Breathwork, baby, breathwork. Have you heard about this word? So many people, breathwork has become so popular, and it is something that is super powerful. I have been working and facilitating breathwork for the past 6 years, and I think of all the trauma healing modalities, all the personal development modalities, all the medicines and psychedelics, this is something that connects to all of those and gives you similar experiences of parts of all of those, but it comes from within. You don't need to ingest anything. You don't need to go anywhere. You can lay down on a yoga mat in your bedroom, because we're doing a remote online breathwork next Sunday, the 16th of November at 8 a.m. PST, 10 a.m. Mexico City time. You can check all the time zones. The link and the details are in the comments on this video. So what is breath work? For those who haven't had an experience, or maybe you've done a yogic breath or a pranayama breath, this is a shamanic breathing technique. It is a therapeutic practice using rapid controlled breathing and meditative music to induce an altered state of consciousness. And what do I mean by an altered state of consciousness? Well, some clients will say, Kirsty, it was like I was up on the light bulb on the ceiling looking down at my body. Others will start speaking in tongue. I've had incredible experiences with breathwork. People will say that was stronger than doing mushrooms. For others, it's a gentler journey. For some, it's a purge. It's an experience where their body will want to shake and somatically release. They might be screaming, they might be crying. The great thing is you're in your bedroom. You can do any of the things that you intuitively feel that come up for you. So these breathing techniques are through the guided experience. We'll begin, before we even begin breath work, we'll be doing a meditation, and I'll drop you into a very mild hypnotic state where we can enter like a trance state, and we'll be looking at our past. We'll be looking at where perhaps something is holding you back today, and we'll do some timeline regression before we even begin the breath. And that, I find, when you stack these modalities together, they become even more powerful and potent. And in doing these with thousands of people in Tulum, in Sydney, Australia, all over the world, in retreats, I have done them with everyone from one-on-one individual to 10 to hundreds. I've done them in person and through remote, which in the beginning I was skeptical if we could really get there, but it's amazing. I think there is something about sometimes being in the safety of your own home and being alone and being able to really drop in to your process. So here's some things that I wanted to share about breath work. It can activate your higher state of consciousness. It can unblock emotions. It can relieve anxiety and fear and stress. It induces complete relaxation. You will feel so amazing after the process. It promotes deep meditation. It heightens clarity. It relieves insomnia, decreases depression, relieves physical pain. I've had clients who, that's not something that I typically work with. But it's interesting how many will write to you afterwards and say, I have this chronic health issue, or I've had this pain in my knee, and all of a sudden it's easier to deal with, or I'm not noticing it as much. So that's a byproduct. Release emotional trauma, counteracts negative thinking. And so here are some of the comments that people have shared with me after they've had an experience with me. I feel like 17 years of baggage was just lifted off my shoulders. Oh, I had an out-of-body experience. I saw the music as vibration and color as I traveled the cosmos. Now, for anyone who's done a psychedelic journey, they will have very similar experiences, but with your own breath. I gained clarity on what has been holding me back. Often people will see where they're stuck in their timeline or what's going on. I closed my eyes and let Kirsty's voice guide me. Whilst she was physically on the other side of the world, it was like she was right there with me, and I felt safe and vulnerable to face my fears and to start to move forward to a place of acceptance. Kirsty is a remarkable force of healing light, and she held sacred space for me whilst guiding a deeply personal journey that I don't believe could have gotten as deep with 20 years of therapy. With Kirsty's support, I was able to journey as far back as 6 months old, and in doing so, I was given the opportunity to heal some of those core wounds from the past, which is a beautiful part of the mix when we do the regression with the timeline work, with the breath work. So if you're curious about breathwork, this is a beautiful opportunity for you to come. The tickets are $35 US, but I have made them available for pay whatever you can clients as well. I recently started doing a weekly women's sister circle, if anybody's interested, and we support each other, and every week there's a different topic on trauma and healing, and I made that open to anyone who needed it as pay whatever you can, and it's been working so well to make sure that everyone's included, especially as we're in a different time right now, and for a lot of people finances are a barrier to entry, and I don't want that to be the case. So if you're needing some healing, if you're wanting to connect to your somatic body, if you're feeling stuck and heavy and tired and you're yucky and you'd just like to release some stuff, if you're wanting to drop into those meditative states or altered states of consciousness and explore what might be possible, this is a way to dip your toe in the water and to come and do a session with me. So next Sunday, November the 16th, 8 a.m. PST, I'll drop the link in the comments below and it will explain where to go to find all of this. The link's also in my bio, but it's the breathwork event. For anyone watching this who's in Australia, I will be doing another one on a Friday evening. So if you want to be on the wait list and get that information, then let me know. And I look forward to seeing so many past clients, so many new clients on that call with us next week. Mwah! Love you all.